keep it on the sofa.
Hello again.
Hello. Obviously, I'm Ian,
I'm Maya.
and this is
The Laughing Track Podcast.
Now officially
On video, finally.
Finally. Today we have a very special guest joining us.
Come
let's
on
welcome
in.
Hey! Oh my god. Hey!
This is Juana.
Hi, I'm Suhana. Thank you guys so much for inviting me onto the podcast.
Of
Thank you for being
course.
here.
Thank you.
Oh, what are we doing?
First thing I want to talk about actually
Okay.
was something that I was shocked about. You started a second podcast? You started a
Guys,
second
What did I
podcast?
walk into?
It's not what it seems. It's not what it seems.
It seems like you hate me for no reason.
It was a one-time thing. Me and two other people, we had the opportunity to do an intellectual podcast. Which
Oh,
this
so
is
you
not.
just called me dumb.
This is
You're
not.
just calling me dumb.
But were you a guest on that podcast?
I mean, technically no.
Ooh.
Right.
But it
Clock
was
that.
just for
Clock
one
that.
episode.
Clock that. No, clock that.
That's not. Then that's a guest. Is that not?
Yeah. Let's call it that.
Okay.
For the sake of preserving this podcast.
The sanity
that.
of
Yeah.
Ian.
Anyways, so today, very special first episode recording. So we're gonna do a topic that I find super funny, super hilarious, and great, which is hot takes. So before we started this episode, we all came up with our very own hot takes. Things that are either funny or we really think about. We're gonna each take turns giving our hot takes, and you decide if it's valid or not. So obviously, I'm gonna take my
Pull
iPad
them up.
and give out my first hot take. This one we're gonna start. It's not lighthearted. From
We're going in deep.
it's not too deep.
Oh, we're starting like strong.
We're starting
is
strong because
serious.
this is
Oh,
something.
okay.
This is something I personally believe.
Okay.
It's something I personally believe. Physically disciplining your kid should be allowed to a certain extent. I feel like it's like alcohol. You can.
That's a crazy
It's
comparison.
it's not that.
And Ian follows that 100% of the time.
What are you talking about? No. Anyway, let me give you my background. Some people are allowed to use it until it's abused. Then you gotta take it away. You gotta take away that right.
I kind of disagree. I think it really does depend on the child. Like if the child can be like taught gently, then you use it gently. But if the child like is beyond gentle parenting, then certain measures have to be taken.
How do you define gentle parenting? Because I feel like some people do take it to the extreme.
Well, I mean, like, gentle parenting is just, like, reassuring the kid or, like, actually, like, not, like, screaming at them or, like, validating them in a certain way, you know? Like, making sure, like, they know, like, some things that they're doing aren't okay. But at the same time... Wait, I lost my train of thought.
But like, what if a kid doesn't what's it called? It doesn't work with that. It's most of the
That's why
time.
I'm saying, like, if gentle parenting doesn't, like, work, then I say, like, discipline the child.
But I feel like you can't escalate it right away.
Yes.
No, here's the thing though.
Because what if he just doesn't understand?
Yeah.
If you, that's why I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. Some people should be able to use it. Some people shouldn't. But like, here's the thing: if you use gentle parenting later in life, if you use physical discipline later in life, like you don't do it in the beginning, the kid is gonna grow up realizing, abuse is fully wrong, no matter what it is, even if it's physical discipline, which isn't true. In some cases, physical discipline could help. So
Wait,
I'm
you
saying,
said
I'm gonna rephrase it.
Okay.
3 times in your life. 3 times in a child's life should physical discipline be used. Once in the beginning, so they know if they do something really bad, that's what's gonna end up for them, and you wouldn't want to be physically disciplined. Second time in their life is when they're like a teenager, not a teenager, a preteen. I say more of a preteen, and they really mess up. You got to bring back that childhood fear. finally, when they're an adult, when they're not an adult, like 18, like they just turned 18, and they think they could stick up to you anymore. They could say screw your rules. I'm 18 now. I'm an adult. So then you go belt to ass.
I
Belt to
disagree
ass.
with the adult part. So my thing is that like, if you raised your kid right, they shouldn't like talk back to you by that time. You know, like they should like respect your rules. And if they don't respect your rules, then they leave. Then you say, all right, that's your choice. Like you have to accept the consequences. Like I'm not gonna have your back all your life. You know.
I mean, honestly, I just don't think it would be as effective. I do
Yeah.
feel like it should be used sometimes, but I feel like it's kind of crazy to say this, but physical discipline is not as effective.
Yeah.
I don't
I
Really?
feel like
I think it's easier. I think like you get hit and you're like, okay, oh well. I feel like if
Have you been to this one?
Yes, but only like 3 times that I can
yeah,
recall in my life.
mine too.
Exactly.
Yeah, like my parents didn't
3
really
times
hit
in your
me.
life, and
But
you
like
guys
I
turned out
was
fine.
like what, probably preteen. I wasn't like a child or like I wasn't an adult. You know, my,
Yeah, I was
my
wild.
parents talked
Adult
to
might
me.
be crazy. Adult might be crazy. But like I'm just saying, physically discipline should be used at least once, just so they have that instilled.
But I
fear.
feel like it didn't like
I
make me
think-
fear my parents.
Not fear, but fear if you did something wrong.
Like I feel like okay, how I grew up was like more on the emotional aspect. Like I was taught to like respect my parents.
They hit you with the I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Yes.
Yes.
And now I hit everybody
my
I know with
God.
that. And it hurts more.
No,
And
it does.
more.
It really does.
It does.
Like that shit hurts more
Yeah.
than physical discipline.
Guys, emotionally abuse your children. You heard it here
Emotionally
first.
blackmail. Guilt
Ooh.
them.
Yeah, manipulate your
blackmail,
children.
Gaslight them.
Gaslight them is crazy work.
Teach them young.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ. You people. Anyways, that was my hot take.
I think reinstating fear in children should be a thing. Like everybody should fear their parents up until a certain age, you know? Like fear like
I mean, your mom's
They
your best friend. Your parents are your best friend now.
yeah, my parents are my best friends now, but that doesn't mean like I wasn't scared of them. You know, I was scared of my parents, but like not in like a bad way. Like I was just like worried to disappoint them.
Yeah, that's relatable.
Relatable. Yeah.
You were hit a lot?
Maybe dropped. Maybe more so dropped. No, I'm playing. I was obviously I was a very wild child. Did a lot of things wrong. But then my parents realized like physical discipline wasn't the way. And my dad fully stopped, at least with my sister, a lot earlier than me, and then he stopped with me because he also realized physical discipline was not it. Like once I moved into this house, like at 6th grade, I was not physically disciplined. Back in my old house.
And it shows.
Next hot take.
Maya.
Next hot take. Oh, how to say that?
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a silly hot take. And nobody agrees with me when I say this. I hate Crocs.
I hate Crocs too.
We're not.
I don't like them. They're really ugly.
They're so ugly.
I like how you can like personalize them with like the charms and stuff like that. I just think they're so ugly looking.
I mean, they're shoes. They're foam shoes with holes in them.
literally,
Need I say
and they're
more?
rubber. Like I don't even like those Yeezy slides.
Yeezy slides are
No,
not it, bro. Yeezy slides are not it. I'm gonna disagree because I love my Crocs. I love my Crocs because they're Spider-Man Crocs.
But like, okay, I remember when Crocs, like the brand, wasn't that big of a deal, and you could just go to like a 99-cent store and get Crocs for like $4. Now we're paying like, what is it, like $50 for foam shoes?
You're paying, but you're
For it
acting
to say the
it's-
Crocs logo. on
You're
it.
acting like it's the only thing that's been inflated. Apple products do not cost $1,000. They cost $200 to make.
No, I just mean like we're paying for the brand because you could get that
Yeah.
same shoe at a 99-cent store because it's like,
Oh, you're talking about the brand.
yeah.
Oh, this goes back to here's a hot thing. I'm gonna add on top
Okay,
of yours.
build on it.
I'm gonna build on quantity over quality.
Oh,
I disagree.
I disagree.
I
too.
knew you guys would disagree because you guys are materialistic.
No, it's not even
You want
that.
more, but it's worse.
It's not worse. I mean, you get a plain white shirt. You could either get it from True Religion or what's it called, Champion, or just a 99-cent shirt. I'm getting a 99-cent shirt because even if it's done, I can just get a new one quickly.
Well, I mean, but at the same time, it's like if you compare it like that, most like designer like companies, like they pay the same amount. The only difference is like
The logo, the brand.
yeah, exactly.
That's exactly
but
why I
not,
don't buy.
But it's not
designer.
quality you're paying for either. You're paying for a name. That's different than quality over quantity. And
All right, quality
vice
meaning
versa.
brands. Quality meaning brands.
Do you apply quantity over quality? Like, are you just talking about clothes right now, or like
In general,
all
like,
aspects
or
of
every
life?
single aspect.
What other aspects?
Because like you could talk
more
about
bitches?
You're saying I'm fucking trashy bitches. You're saying I'm fucking trashy bitches because I have more.
Yeah, you could also talk about that in a friend aspect. Like I want like
Guys, mind you, these are my two friends. They're acting like they're not quality top of the line picks.
but now you're saying
Aw.
quantity over quality.
Yeah, now I don't know.
Well, it
I'm
makes
talking
sense
about
because
clothes.
yo, it goes back to what Katie says today. Why do you have so many homegirls? Like
Oh my
He does
god.
have a lot of homegirls.
Oh
oh my
my
god, so
God.
you're applying that here too?
It's just quantity.
It's
I
just
got
quantity to you?
quality.
We
and
find
just-
ourselves
and-
looking you, guy friend. Like I'm
Like,
kind
a
of
new homeboy.
Yeah.
We're looking for new homeboys.
applications, please.
Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? My
Stop
god.
talking to your camera.
You started it.
I didn't start
just
anything.
executed
All
it.
I was talking about was clothes, quantity over quality. So I like to have a variety of clothes. So I have a variety of fits.
You want to have a variety of homegirls.
Yeah, one for every single problem.
He always hears what he wants to hear that way.
Literally. Like,
mind you,
eventually
mind
somebody's
you,
gonna agree
mind
with him.
Mind you. This one.
No. Don't
This
call out
one-
my business on the podcast.
This one, I come to once about a problem. She's like, "Are you really gonna come to me about this problem, bro?" Mind you, I'm talking about the same problem that she does. The same problem that she does, just a different person, and she doesn't want to hear it. Wow.
Don't air out my
Wow.
business on the podcast.
It's not your business. It's my business too.
No, you
It's
make
the fact
it
that you don't
seem
listen to
so
me.
bad. I'm
Can you
just
guys
like
not fight?
you're just
Mom and
like,
Dad's
bro.
not fighting.
Mom and dad are fighting.
Sorry, keep going.
You just start going on like something like I would disagree on, and then you were like, "Hey," I'm like, "Bro, do I want to hear this?" That's what happens. I don't want to hear it because I'll disagree.
Mm-hmm.
So don't sit there and say I'm the bad guy.
Anyways,
So your hot take?
Oh, my hot take. Which one should I do? A funny one or like a
whichever one.
serious
you want.
one?
We have all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, my first hot take. Being Indian now is like being Jewish in 1940,
Jesus
minus the gas
Christ.
chamber.
It was a hot take.
Jesus, that's a hot take.
Okay.
that
Was
I'm not
this the
gonna
silly
step
one
foot
or the
in.
serious one?
I'm personally not
I
gonna
think
step
this
foot
is
in
a
that
mix
one.
of both. Because tell me why I was on TikTok, and you know how like TikTok has like polls now, or on stories or like posts. It was like be Indian or commit genocide. Commit genocide was at 93%, and being Indian was 7%. Okay, like stay mad that we're successful, we're hot, etc. Stay mad. We got money.
Period.
Like stay mad. I don't know what you want me to say. Like you be liking stuff like that too. You know
Don't
that.
hear me out
You
like
can't
that. I
speak
don't
on
be
it
liking
on
stuff
here.
like that. Yo, that is the pure reason why I don't go on Instagram Reels.
Instagram Reel is
Because
such an
it's
op.
so federal.
Why don't you just not? I just don't like reels that I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Nowadays, I just I'm very careful of what I like.
If I like it, that's because I want people to see that I liked it.
Yeah,
like I'm
exactly.
particular. Yeah.
Bro, like I don't go on Reels because every time I'm getting a chat sent to me talking about can you believe this person like this?
People be
God
liking
forbid a person
freaking
has a hobby
reels.
of liking every reel they see.
No, I fucking send you reels because they're important. Like, do you see who's liking this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with them?
All right, but did we ever think that maybe per chance they're just liking every reel they see?
No.
Who does that though?
Me, I like every TikTok I see.
Well, then we're talking about you.
But TikTok is different than Instagram. Instagram's an op now.
Yeah, that's why I don't go on it. That's why I don't
So-
go on it.
But reels are okay. Hot take. Reels are better than TikToks.
No.
No.
I feel like Instagram is kind of outdated. Like, not outdated. What's the word? Like, it's not like
trendy. It's not.
No, it's like
Side-eyeing so hard
You
right
Yeah.
now.
see like posts on TikTok posted on Instagram like 3 months
Yeah.
out.
No, that's what I've
It's
been
just
saying.
outdated.
Yeah,
You don't
outdated.
realize.
It's outdated. Yeah.
It's outdated, but it's like it's so easy because
And
I can gaslight
the
myself.
comments are
Then
so
I'm not on
much
TikTok.
worse. Like I don't feel safe in like an Instagram Reels
No,
comment
yeah.
section.
Oh my god, do not post
Do you
yourself on
remember
Instagram.
like in
No.
January when like TikTok was like quote unquote banned in the US? Like everybody went to Instagram and then looked at the comments. I remember seeing comments like, dude, I fucking miss TikTok. Like the comments aren't the same anymore because they're so judgy
The
on
comment
Instagram.
sections are diabolical.
Yo,
But like
then
on
you go to
TikTok, they're
Wendo. Don't
on
get on
TikTok
Wendo.
they're funny or like they're like
Oh my
comedic.
god, I love TikTok comments.
Instagram is so serious. Like they're gonna cancel
They're
literally
all
anybody
racist.
and everybody. Exactly.
They're all racist.
They're bad.
Exactly.
It's bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't sit there and tell me like
But-
Instagram Reels are better. Like
Bro,
For-
tell this to our one friend. He knows who he is. He does not get TikTok just because he doesn't feel like it. Mind you, he's always sending us Instagram reels. You know who you are. I know you can listen to the podcast.
like dead
He definitely
staring at the
He is
camera.
There's no one. This play is about you.
This play is definitely about you. Anyways, but yeah, TikTok over Instagram any day.
It's okay. Let me tell you guys why I say Instagram.
Okay.
It's easier to use. It doesn't have that guilt. Like I don't have that guilt scrolling through Instagram the way I do through TikTok.
Why is there guilt in the first
why
place
is there
though with
guilt?
TikTok?
Cause it's like it's TikTok. Like I'm doom scrolling. But if
You're
I'm
gonna
doing it
doom
on
scroll
Instagram,
But it's the same thing.
but
on
it's not the
Instagram.
same thing. And sending people reels is so much easier than sending people TikToks.
What
It
I
just
do agree
is.
with that.
I only
Yeah,
agree
like,
with
it's
that
like-
because everyone gives everyone their your Instagram. Oh,
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. Can I get your Instagram?
exactly what I'm
Okay, you're not gonna
saying.
ask. Hey,
Can I
nice to
get
meet
your
you. Can I get your
TikTok?
TikTok?
And the spam one too.
Yo,
I
hot
love
take.
I love spam TikToks.
I love them, but don't give them out to every single person, bro. It's like a close friends.
We're losing what a spam is because
We
people
are
be following
losing what a
literally
spam is.
everybody on a
Literally.
spam. Like I'm on people's close friends list. This is back to Instagram. Like I barely know you and I'm on your close friends list.
Really?
Right.
We haven't talked in years, and like I'm honored. But why am I there?
Yo, hilarious. Anyways,
Next hot take.
It's
Next hot take.
Yo, oh my god, I'm so sorry, but I'm not really sorry because I'm
Are
actually.
you logged out? Well, at least he knows the password now.
Oh my god. Should one of us go?
Here's a
okay.
good one. Here's a good one.
Okay.
Marvel movies are the same as DC comics,
Oh.
and I'm talking about comics, not
Yeah.
the DC movies.
I can't agree or disagree because I've never read any of the comments. I love Marvel movies more than the DC movies. That's all I can say.
That's a given.
Yeah.
If you
Wait,
like
hold
DC
on.
movies more than Marvel, you're
Is
weird.
she not educated
the-
on the lore?
But the DC, oh, guys, the DC franchise is just better. Like Marvel milks out and pumps out their content to the point where it's like too much.
But they have come out with some
Yeah.
quality content.
I mean, I guess fair point. I'm not like a chronic like watcher, so maybe I don't know. But I grew up on like the Batman and Joker.
Yeah, I
like
mean, I grew
series.
up on both, but like you could definitely tell like the quality of a Marvel movie compared to like a DC movie.
I mean, just
Fair.
look at what recently happened. There was a what's it called? They were supposed to come out with another movie. It was supposed to be a Batman Beyond movie. They canceled it.
I mean, did
They
you see the last
canceled it.
one with Robert Pattinson?
This was
It was
animated.
bad. It wasn't good.
Hot take.
Batman was bad.
Animated shows are a lot better than live action.
Right?
Yeah, especially for like superhero type
Yeah.
of tropes.
Especially
Because you
for
can do more
superheroes.
with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The budget for a live action with like special effects and all that, it's gonna be so much more than just animating it all.
But Marvel does have a really good job doing that, like with live action. Like
Exactly,
I
they
do
do.
have to say that. Like compared to like the animated ones, I like the live action ones of the Marvel movies compared to the animated ones.
I haven't seen any of the animated Marvel ones.
Which one was the animated one? Do you remember the What If? That's what,
What
it
if
was.
was alright?
What If was alright, and that one was animated. Like I
Yeah.
feel like if What If was like live action, I think it would have made it so much better.
What happened in What If?
So it was just like hypothetical situations, like what like the Captain America one. What if it was Peggy instead of
Oh yeah,
Steve
yeah.
that went into
like
the
alternate timelines.
yeah
Oh, okay.
basically.
All right.
It was alright. I didn't watch the second season. It was.
Yeah, I
I
didn't watch
like
it
the.
either.
I like the end. Spoiler alert, obviously, but it's been out for a while.
Exactly.
So if you haven't watched it, it's on you. In the end, the Watcher, the person that oversees all universes, all timelines, gets found by Ultron, a version of Ultron, who wins in the end. Ultron became like a super powerful being that got the Infinity Stones and everything, and he gets found out he finds the Watcher. It's like this one line. I forgot. I think it was like, "I see you" or something like that.
Oh
It was
yeah, it was like kind of like breaking like the third, like
the fourth wall.
Yeah, the fourth
Breaking the
wall.
fourth-
Yeah, basically.
Hot take, not even a hot take. Mild take. I love when movies do the breaking
Right?
the fourth wall.
I love
That's
it in
why
Deadpool.
It's always good.
Deadpool's was so good.
Exactly. And Amazing World of Gumball 2.
I don't
They're
remember.
coming up with a
those
new one,
ones.
right?
They're
now.
the wonderful
Yeah.
weird world.
I
want to
watch that.
Ooh.
I watched that as a
they
kid.
Do so many fourth wall breaks. Like one of it's
a very funny
wild.
show.
It's not timid. It's small, but they do Gumball's running towards the camera and
Oh, hits the camera. Oh, I do remember
that's a wall
that.
break.
Dude, is it gonna be geared for kids, the new one, or for adults?
Ooh, I don't
should be geared
know.
for
It should be
adults.
geared because we're the ones that grew up on it.
Has anyone here seen Gravity Falls?
Oh my god.
No.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't watch it as a
Oh, girl, you have to watch it.
Oh my god.
That hit so hard when I was a kid.
was my childhood.
Grunkle Stan. Oh my god.
I
love
I bet
him.
you he's not even hearing me out for you. He's not even hearing me out.
Hear
for
me
you.
out.
Oh my god, that's what you guys should have, a segment on Hear
I
Me
was gonna do
Out.
that next week.
Oh
I didn't
my
even touch it to him yet.
Oh my god.
But see, I was thinking of doing that, but men can't do Hear Me Outs. They don't know how to do it.
What are you talking about?
Okay, hear me out. Last
Sometimes-
time I asked you that, last time I asked him that, he said Zendaya. That is not a good
I did not say
Fact.
that.
Yes,
Zendaya
you
would
did.
never be a hear
Yes,
me out.
you said that back in
Zendaya
Rome.
is a hold me back. Zendaya is a hold me back.
Bro,
He's literally lying because he said that.
That's a fact. It's not a hear me out. It's a fact.
It has to be
Zendaya's always a
questionable.
fact.
Whatever. What was it called? That one female train from Tom's and Friends. I forgot.
Angela?
I think so. Yeah.
She bad. Like
Exactly.
That's like a very.
Exactly.
I guess it's not
Exactly.
that hot.
That's
of
a hear me. That's my
Whatever.
hear me out. Give me
Maybe
a cake.
we'll
I'll
do
put
it.
that. I'll put that first up. Put that first
Grunkle
up.
Stan was on my cake. I don't know if you peeped that.
Oh my no! No!
you
No!
got a
No!
cake?
Yes, you. Oh my god, I'll show you later how to hear me out cake.
Grunkle Stan's brother was on it. I don't think it was Grunkle Stan.
Oh,
Stanford Pines, yeah.
was Ford on it?
For not Harrison Ford. Is it?
Damn, I think his name was just Ford, no?
Yeah, Ford.
And I put one of the twins on it. Sue me. Stop
Sue
me.
me.
Sue me
Both
is
at the
crazy.
same damn time for her, honestly.
When and nowhere. All right.
Yo, somebody come and take her mic away, bro. Take her mic away.
All right, guys. Hot take. I like ridiculously hate Snapchat.
Oh.
I despise.
Okay.
You
You know what? I
Snapchat warrior.
Bro, it's gonna be.
I
I'm
just ha-
neutral.
I just-
She hates it. She loves it over there.
We're gonna fight.
I do like Snapchat. I
Like?
won't lie.
Like, why are we lying?
Okay, but like my thing is, I would delete it if it didn't have like a lot of my memories, like since like 2016.
That's what everyone says.
Like otherwise, I wouldn't use the app. I think honestly, like if it didn't have memories, I wouldn't have used it.
Why do you still text people on Snap then?
Bro, that's just because like it disappears after a while. Like sometimes.
That's what I love.
Like,
'cause,
no face, no
That's
case
that's the
type.
reason why I use it. That's the
Yeah.
reason why I would use it. If I want to talk to somebody, but
It's
I
like
don't
so
want,
easy to ghost on Snapchat.
It kind of is, yeah. If I didn't want what we said fully getting out there, I'm going on Snapchat because on Instagram
Exactly.
you have to do a little swipe and let them know that we're now disappearing in the messages.
Exactly. And I feel like it's kind of like more of a hassle to like ghost somebody on Instagram because like
They
you
can
leave
still
them
see your
on
story.
scene, right? Then you have to unfollow them, but they can still be following you. No, Snapchat's like message gone, remove friend, X done, bye.
And sometimes people ghost without like doing all of that.
Yeah. Like just
If you-
opening the
Y'all
message
just want to
alone.
ghost people. Like that's all I'm hearing is you guys just want to ghost people.
Well,
And that's all
The
Snap is
logo
good for.
of Snapchat is a ghost.
I'm gonna see myself out. I'm gonna see myself out. Guys, we are too old for Snapchat.
We are. That is another
like
thing.
imagine
But I
that-
think Snapchat's our
Guys.
Facebook.
if a man asked me for my Snapchat, I'm walking away.
That I think after
I'm standing on
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Like it's cringe.
What is our Facebook? What is our Facebook?
I
That was
think
Instagram.
They had MySpace and Facebook.
We have Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah.
No, because there has to be something like the kids gotta go to now. I mean, it is TikTok, but like, what's our thing that because people say
don't know.
oh,
Vine?
you're 20 years old still using.
I miss Vine, but low-key, I don't even know if we're the generation of Vine.
Yeah,
might
I
be
feel like that was a
beyond
little
us,
bit
yeah.
older than
Yeah,
us.
that's a little bit older, and I'm talking about like a messaging app. It also has to be a messaging app.
Shit.
Yeah, I just think it might be Instagram
It might be Instagram. It probably is Instagram.
or
No.
Snapchat.
I miss Wishbone.
What the hell is that?
Wishbone! Oh my god! So Wishbone was this app where you had like one whatever
it was like
on
a
one
this
side.
or that.
Yeah, and you literally pulled the wishbone and you picked which one you liked better.
Yeah.
So it'd be like strawberries or bananas, and you would pick which one you liked.
What?
and then it would tell
Why?
you the percentage of
Yeah.
like if like people would agree with you or not.
But people went crazy with it. Like some of
Exactly.
the prompts were fun.
Exactly,
You
because
need to
like
bring that back.
you could also post on it and yours could go viral.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. What I'm missing.
my
What I'm
God.
missing. You know what it was?
What?
House party.
Oh
my god!
House party. That's what it was.
Oh my god!
That's what it was.
Yo,
House
I
party.
feel like we
Unlocked
low-key kind
memories.
of went crazy around that time because we had house party.
We moved on from
had
house party
Boo
way
Hoo.
too. Oh yes. Oh
We had
wow.
Skype, and there was one other one that I can't remember.
Bro, it was Google Meets for me. It was Google Meets.
What?
I always hit during COVID, bro. All we had was
I'm not talking about
Not to like
Google-
call
I'm
your
talk-
friends, like a
Yeah.
social media app.
House party, Uvu, Skype. There was one more though.
Was it not Yubo?
Yubo.
Was it? Is that not what it's called?
Yubo's more present. Like, it's like
No,
Yubo.
there was like
don't
one.
Duets, obviously. Ugh.
Wait, what?
Duet. Oh, because you're not on TikTok.
Oh,
like
duet.
that.
Okay.
Bro, oh my god, it's every single time.
There was something like
No, I'm talking about TikTok.
Oh, okay.
there was something. I remember it being like that, but like we did have
Yeah.
a lot of like FaceTiming like type of apps. House party was
We're
the
all
best one I
chronically
think out of
online.
all of them.
Chronically Online, oh god.
Everybody went crazy during COVID with house party. Like you would get
Yeah, COVID was rough.
right. Like you would get it added into so many different parties. Like you could like literally talk to
You
someone.
could walk into parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Having a locked room. Ooh, what were you doing in that room?
yes. Like oh, why? What were
Why are you
doing?
locking rooms? What are we locking rooms for?
Like-
What are we locking doors in my house?
Like literally, that's what I'm saying.
No.
And like it could be like the randomest fucking person ever, and like there is no trace back. Like you could be clowning the shit out of somebody and no trace back.
No trace. Yo, house party. We moved on from house party way too fast, bro. Way too
I
fast.
can't believe that got banned.
It got banned?
Wait.
That's why you got
I think that's what happened. Did it not? I thought it got banned.
Fact check.
Fuck, fact
Fact
check.
check,
Hold
fact
on.
Check.
While she's doing that, let's hear your next hot take.
Okay, my next hot take is. Wait, I just went.
Go again.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say that going 50-50 on a first date is a no-go.
Yes.
I used to be a no. I used to be a no. I think we've definitely had this conversation.
Yeah, we have
before.
talked about it.
But for me, the reason why I used to say no was because for me, paying was a form of like showing interest in a sense. Like not showing interest. Nothing. It would be easier to ghost in a sense, ghost or and like have no connections. But if you're a guy, you do the whole thing. Sometimes a girl will feel obligated. Oh, he paid for my whole day. I should go on a second one with him. Or
No.
I never feel obligated.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's just you guys.
I think first date, like it should be like an unwritten rule that you pay, like the man pays, but don't expect like when you're in a relationship when you're like 16 or 17 years old, don't expect the man to pay for everything. That's when I say like 50-50 should count. If you guys
When you're young, yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
young or if you're in college, because not everybody has a job in college, like everybody's like on campus and stuff like that.
In college, no, I still think men should pay.
No, I think like after after both parties have a job, or like at least the male has a job, then
I'm gonna say that the man should pay most of the time, even now.
Yeah, but like you can't expect the man to pay every single time when you're 17 years old.
I don't think a man should pay every single time.
Not every single time,
now.
most of the time. But
Yeah.
like what you're saying, like, okay, let's say I have a job and I'm working hard, and my like man doesn't have a job. I'm gonna say get a job, because I'm not paying
Yeah,
for
but like
everything.
that's now. Like, but
Would
I'm
you,
talking.
fuck,
fair
would,
point.
would you fuck with a broke man?
Is it by choice?
It's always by choice. It's quite literally
mean-
always by choice.
Fair point.
I mean,
No, get some initiative.
depends.
Don't say depends.
Like if
you
he
would
doesn't
never
get
fuck
it,
with
like
broke
I
man.
have a
If there's,
job,
like,
you
if
need
there's,
to have a
like-
job too.
Exactly, but like if he's like not doing anything about the money, like then that's a problem. But like if somebody's like trying hard, like they're waiting for their business to like start up, then
SoundCloud rapper.
Ooh.
right?
Would you
mean-
would you fuck with a rapper, a SoundCloud rapper?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
No.
No, no, stay away.
Ride in. No, I'm fucking around. I can't even be
Oh my
like joking
God.
about this.
Oh my god.
No, guys. But back to the bro topic. I feel like if we're like, fully situated, we have our careers. If he makes less than me, that's fine.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
That's
That's
totally fine.
That's totally fine. It's more like right now, like if I'm working and you don't have a job and you don't do anything, like that's not
if
acceptable.
you're not doing anything about being broke,
Then you better
then-
have daddy's money at least.
exactly.
So what about life is always about 50-50. To me, I think life is always 50-50. Be it 50 a man pays, 50 a woman does something else. What is that something else that a woman does? To make
I feel
the
like women
relationship
do a
50-50.
lot as it is.
All right, going
The
through
bare
your
minimum a
periods,
man should be doing is paying for our stuff.
What does a woman do that you're saying?
I
you
mean,
do a
women
lot?
I
just
feel like
like
low-key-
provide so much more, like emotionally, physically, everything. Like if you have a girlfriend, like you basically have a rock at that point. Like like they're there for you for everything. Like
And girls
any
try
type of
hard.
support. Like they're your mother, your therapist, your best friend, all in one. So like the least a man could be doing is like paying for stuff.
But here's the thing: we're in a society now where we at first it was a man should be opening up a little bit more. But now I'm seeing more and more videos where they're talking about, oh my God, why is a man always talking about their problems? Like this
I
is
think
not a
men
tradition.
should be talking about their problems though.
Some people just say men shouldn't be. So if a man is not talking about their problems and a woman, so they can't be using their woman as a rock anymore.
Wait, but who said men couldn't talk about their problems?
Some girls, some toxic women are just keep saying online, ugh, I hate it when my man talks about his problems. Like this is not.
But then
men
they
back-
wonder
men
why
back
they
then.
get treated like shit otherwise. Like
Let men have feelings. Men need
Exactly.
better support systems because I feel like
No, they definitely should because like why should a man feel like they can't talk to their girlfriend or talk to anybody about their feelings? Men are so secretive that way. Not even secretive, but just like so closed in that way.
you heard about like the loneliness men epidemic, but it's honestly like through time it's been that. Yeah, because I feel like men don't. As a man,
Okay.
Okay, yes,
as a
yes,
man,
yes.
do you feel like that same level? You have a lot of homegirls though. Do you feel like
Just
that
just call me the S word, bro. Just call me the S word. I swear to God.
same like no? I mean seriously, like I feel like you don't get that same level of like connection because that's not allowed for men in our society to have like the way like we do with our girlfriends or
Exactly.
even like with I don't know anyone.
I feel like I'm a exception to this rule because if I really feel something that hurts. Actually, no, I'm not. An exception.
Actually, you know
I'm
what?
not
I'm
an
gonna
exception.
call you out for a second.
not an exception.
Because the difference between you is that like you don't go to your guy friends and talk. You talk to your girlfriends about stuff.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Which
homegirls.
goes into my hot take. Guys and girls can be platonically friends.
Before we
Guys
start
and
on
girls
that
can
hot take,
definitely be
there's one
friends.
thing I do want to say.
Okay.
I do talk to my homegirls a lot more than I talk to my homeboys. Because I feel like since you guys do it, I'm able to reciprocate it back. Once I get that first level of you're opening up to me, I can open up back. Then I can start that
Yeah.
conversation. I tried to do that with one of my homeboys, and I was like, hey, talk to me. I can clearly see you're going through stuff. obviously it's not gonna get better if you don't talk to anybody. So talk to me. He talked to me for one day, and then nothing. I'm quite literally ghosted.
But it's not that. I don't think it was a problem with you though. I think it's just like a problem with men. Men feel like they can't like express themselves without seeming like feminine.
You know what it is? They don't have the skills necessary for conversations like that because society doesn't give that outlet.
Exactly.
We're not allowing that to happen.
So it's society's problem.
Yeah.
It's
Society.
always
definitely
society's
is.
problem.
Yeah.
Anyways, but guys and girls can't be friends.
They can
Are you
be
serious?
friends.
Are you sitting here with two of your girlfriends right now? What?
Oh my god, I'm
We're on
the
this couch
phone.
right
hilarious.
now.
I'm hilarious. But I have subtopics to this, but I'll let you guys go first.
Okay, I'm gonna say that guys and girls can definitely be friends. I think that if we say no, then we're feeding into like a sexist idea that the only
Speaking to your mic.
sorry, I'm getting really into it. That the only like reason that a man would ever be interested in a woman is romantically or sexually, which is not true.
It's not.
Yeah, if we say that guys and girls can't be friends, we say that women have no inherent value platonically. I said what I said.
Ooh,
You want?
know what?
Hold on. I'm gonna eat you up. I'm gonna eat you up when I go.
You're not gonna
do
do
I'm gonna eat you
that.
up when I go. But your turn.
I mean, honestly, like if I'm friends with somebody for so long, like wouldn't something already happen? Like if it didn't,
Very true.
You have a
Very
point.
true.
right?
Very true.
Like
point.
like I don't think people should be worried. Like I have like a thing about like guys and girls being friends like certain times. Like if you're friends with a guy or a girl before you're dating somebody, that's your friend. But if you are making friends with the opposite sex after you're in a relationship, I think that's weird.
I feel like you're gonna disagree with that.
It's not that I am only gonna agree out of courtesy because like I don't think you should be making friends of the opposite sex after you found your one, because then it's just like
kind
what
of
you
disrespectful.
need- it's kind of disrespectful unless you're a
No, I
person-
agree. But literally a few days ago, we were talking about this. I'm calling him out so heavy.
Oh god.
No.
A few days ago, we were literally having this exact same conversation, and you were like, "I'm always gonna be making friends, even after
I
a
am always
relationship.
gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
making
making
friends.
girlfriends too."
But I really feel I probably try not to make friends of the opposite sex, just out
Yeah.
of being
That's the right
courteous to
thing,
my
low-key.
partner.
Knowing if they're in a relationship or not, you wouldn't try to.
Yeah, but
100%.
here's my thing. Guys and girls can be friends, but they cannot go back to being friends. I mean that
You
in the
can't be
sense.
friends
After
with
they cross
somebody
the
who
line.
you don't know how to be friends with.
Exactly. You cannot go back once you cross a certain boundary. I'm not talking about hand holding. I'm not talking about innocent flirting. No, I'm talking about past first base.
Yeah.
You cannot start running back.
If you talk
No,
to
that's fair.
somebody with the intention of dating them, and then they're like,
Ooh.
"Oh, I don't think we're gonna work out," this and that. You can't propose the idea of being friends with them.
I disagree.
Because you don't know how to
I
be
agree with her.
friends
I
with
disagree.
them.
I'm talking about just like past a first base.
But if you never were friends, how are you gonna be
How
friends?
do you were never friends to begin with.
Yeah.
You don't know how to be friends with somebody you were never friends with.
How do I put it? It's just like getting to know somebody on a friendship level after you realize relationship wasn't gonna work. You never crossed the boundary. You never crossed the boundary. You never actually crossed the boundary. Physically crossed the boundary. Now you're just emotionally getting to know somebody. You're just
No.
you're
Just no. Just
you're
no.
telling me. You're telling me.
If I'm talking to somebody with the intention of like, oh, potentially dating them, or I like them, or might catch feelings for them, it's different than you becoming friends with somebody or like getting to know somebody on a friend basis. There's a very big difference between getting to know somebody on a friend basis versus getting to know somebody to be your potential.
Back to the podcast.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you guys and girls can be friends.
Under
you cannot go
certain-
back to being friends
Exactly. Under certain circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
under certain circumstances. And yeah, that would be a hotter take with a person that has some underlying trauma with like cheating. Because
Yeah,
you always
that's
Well,
always
hold on.
true.
Where's the line on like guy and girl best friends? Because there's a line.
What do you mean a line?
Like, there's a line where it's appropriate and not, if we want to talk about like
if you're
cheating.
flirting with your girl best friend, like that's fucked up.
Really? I'm talking about like innocently flirting.
Wait, it's
What?
Wait, what?
Innocent flirting. Like,
Ian, you're a villain.
what are you talking about? Like,
You're flirting with your girl while in a relationship?
What is flirting? What is flirting?
Like actually,
Yeah.
like flirting with them, like saying like, oh,
you know
I
when you're
miss
doing it.
you, I want you.
Oh,
like,
oh, no.
Like
yeah,
imagine
no.
if we
I'm
weren't
talking about-
friends, like that type of stuff.
Oh, I'm thinking of like if you're gassing them up.
No,
in a
that's
sense flirting.
different.
That's different. But like, you know when you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you know when it crosses a boundary.
Really? Because like
You
they're
don't-
Like you know those TikToks where it's like a few kisses like won't affect our friendship
course,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. It's like that. Like that's crossing the line. Like if you can say that about your friendship, then like no.
because I did have a friend. They would be like they'd be like, oh my God, I want you so badly in my bed right now. Obviously, I know they were joking, but isn't that
Were
funny?
they?
Yeah.
I mean, if you had like, if you were in a relationship, I doubt they'd be okay with that.
If
Like
I was in a
comments like
relationship-
that, like that would put me off personally.
Exactly.
That's a weird
Are we
comment.
so flirting is something that you wouldn't say if they were in a relationship?
No, I would say that has to go. And like, no decent friend is gonna like they're gonna
Exactly.
stop doing that.
Exactly.
If they're your friend.
Because I've said to my homegirls, they send me a picture like, oh, do I look bad? I'm like, oh my God, I want you so badly. I want you so badly. You're so bad.
Like, you can't do that if you're dating somebody.
Yeah.
That's crazy if you think you
Or
can
like
do that.
if you know they're like talking to somebody.
Oh
so
yeah, obviously I wouldn't say that if they're talking to
Yeah.
somebody, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Like
But-
that's my innocent flirting.
Shit, now I'm confused.
Well, for now it's okay.
Obviously, yeah. No, I'm not talking,
Yeah.
but I'm just talking about like within friendships, guy and girl friendships. I would not say it if you're in a relationship, but I'm gonna be innocently flirting with you. If I'm singing a song, you know.
No, I don't agree with that. If I'm gonna be really honest, like you
Yeah,
should
no.
not be flirting with your friends, especially
I wouldn't
like
even
if,
call it flirting. It's innocent flirting. I'm
but
thinking it
it's
as
But the
gaslighting.
words
some
aren't
type. Because like God
innocent.
forbid, like you're talking to this like so like I'm hypothetically, if I'm talking to this guy and then he happens to see you saying stuff like that on my phone, he's gonna get bugged out and be like, dude, does he want you? Like, why am I like in this? Like, if
Yeah.
somebody else wants you, you know, like that kind of just like throws somebody off.
God, can a girl not have options?
Well, they can't know about the option. No,
Low key.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I guess. Dang.
Like you have to think about it in other people's perspective. Like you don't want to make the person that you want like if I want somebody and they see stuff like that on my phone, I don't want them to think like I don't want them. Like that kind of just like ruins everything.
Like, you should feel comfortable and like safe
Exactly.
and secure.
Like my friends right now, like all of my guy friends, I can sit there and say like they don't want me. If I wanted them, I could have had them. I don't want them. If they wanted me, they could have had me. They don't want me. You know, it's like one of those things. So it's like, fuck, I lost my train of thought again.
You keep losing your train
You
of
can't be
thought.
friend with somebody who wants you.
Yeah,
At the
you
end of the day.
can't be
Like, it
friends
just
with somebody
doesn't-
who
it doesn't
Well,
work.
that's what I'm
wants
talking
you.
about. Innocent flirting. You don't actually want them, but you're just flirting for
But it's
fun.
just
It depends on
disrespectful.
your
I think that's
dynamic,
literally it.
though. If you're like always like that too, like, then that's different.
or flirting by nature.
Yeah.
Basically,
or
like,
just
would
gay,
you
too.
would you would you
Just
want
had to say it.
your girlfriend to be saying that?
Yeah.
Like, would you want the
Or,
other
like,
party to
having
act
a
like that?
homeboy that's like texting her like that. Like that's fucked up.
Yikes.
You know, sit on it. Let us know what you think.
I'll sit on. I'm gonna
Think
sit
about
on
it.
it. I'm definitely gonna sit on
And
that one.
adding on to that, I feel like if you're a guy and you don't have any female friends, that's a red
That's
flag.
a fucking problem.
That's like a raging like red light.
Yeah,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
Bro.
'Cause,
To
like,
to
yeah.
me, like, I'd want my person to have a best friend, not a best, at least a friend of the same sex as me.
Yes.
So when we're having an argument, if we're having an argument,
Yeah.
you can go to that person and have and they can rationalize my thoughts because they're a guy too. They probably understand a little bit more.
Exactly. Like you kind of also just need like for me, like I like to have guy friends because of the fact that like I can go to them and be like, okay, like what is this guy thinking? If I'm telling you about a situation, what are their thoughts, and what do you think is going on?
Part of the time, it's literally nothing. It's
But
they
most of the
have
time,
hair in
it's
their head.
nothing. But like, you know, girls kind of tend to overthink a little bit. So it's like you talking to a man will just like kind of be like, no, it's not that deep. You know?
It's probably not. It's probably never that deep. It's usually
It
not
never
that deep.
is, but like you never know.
True, yeah.
What if
Fair.
you're talking to some guy who's actually diabolical?
And a lot of them are.
Ooh. You need a manipulator to know a manipulator.
Exactly.
You have manipulator friends is all we're getting from this.
Oh my god, have a manipulator friend, bro, so they know when you're getting manipulated.
Exactly.
I would raise my hand right now, but I'm not a manipulator anymore.
Not according to the last episode.
Yo, last episode was
Episode was crazy.
Guys, I swear to God, I'm normally not like that. You guys watched episode 1 to 5. Episode 6 was crazy. It was episode 6, right? Or was that episode 5?
There was episode 6, but like I was low-key getting texts about episode 4 that you were kind of crazy.
Episode 4? Which one was
Yeah,
episode
that was overthinking.
Oh.
Oh,
I think-
with Roxanne.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a crazy
If I get
guy,
text
my
after
dude.
this episode, I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're going back to your,
I'm
your
like
other
praying
podcast?
I don't get
Going back to your,
It was just that one. Ugh!
Your intellectual podcast?
your intellectual podcast calling
Dude,
this one
this isn't
stupid
enough
and
for you?
dumb. Shamelessly plug that.
No shy, you're advertising the other podcast on here. No shy.
I hope you know.
Hot
I
take.
hope
Are
you
you gonna
know.
cut this?
This is gonna get censored, just like the word job. I'm censoring every time I say job. Every
Take, if you're in one podcast, you shouldn't be in another
hot,
podcast.
that's not even a hot take. That's a mild take. That's a normal take. Don't even
fact.
ever come in. Don't ever come
Guys,
to my
it
place
was
again.
like a thing that we won and we got in and we got published. Let me be published. Let
It takes
woman be succeed.
It takes a manipulator to know a manipulator, right? Right? She manipulated me. She manipulated
I
me,
did
bro.
not manipulate you.
Bro.
You did it to yourself.
Bro,
Oh, God.
you hear those words? You hear the words coming out of her mouth. She said verbatim. I could have the screenshots right there. She said, what's it called? She
What did I say?
She said, it was a one-time thing. It meant nothing. I swear.
Oh, yeah, you posted those screenshots on your close friends. I saw that too.
Exactly.
And what did I say? He's airing out our like dirty laundry.
And I'll do it again. Bro. If anyone knows anything about a manipulator, that is line number
Gaslighting
one.
number one.
Line number one. It was a one-time thing. It meant nothing. I swear.
Guys, I am
Gaslighting.
not a manipulator.
You're just a gaslighter.
Right. Anyways,
We'll talk later.
we'll definitely talk later. My hot take.
Why am I like scooting down every 5 minutes?
My hot take.
This couch like really sinks you.
Yeah, I've had this couch for like years. This is my childhood couch.
Oh, it's seen some things.
The physical.
Oh, it's felt some things.
Oh!
I'll play it. Whatever. I would never.
I am throwing
My
these
sister's
things
in the
out.
house.
That actually helps me go into my next topic.
Oh, jeez.
Being easy isn't always a bad thing.
And you know, because
Yo,
my
guys, my
God.
street name is Easy. Yeah, Easy Eye.
Oh my god.
Yo, everything that's said in this podcast is all hypothetical. Nothing is actually real.
So what street corner were you on?
Bro, the corner of West 34th. West 34th. If you need me, that's where I be. That's where I stay. Being easy isn't always a bad thing. I'm straight lying. Being easy is a bad thing. Have some decorum, have some class,
Have some
and have some
self-respect.
self-respect.
you said all that, but you didn't believe a word of it. I felt it.
I didn't believe a word I said, bro. Anyways, you guys turn.
You wanna
Whoever
go?
wants to go.
Hot take. South Park.
South Park in its entirety is a hot take.
I
South Park
didn't
in its
watch
entirety
it.
is a hot take. You
What?
never watched?
No.
Cut the cameras, dead ass. Cut the cameras. I'm beating this
I'm
bitch
about
up.
to say the craziest quotes from that. No,
No.
bro, South Park in its entirety is a hot. Like,
I've seen clips. It looks funny, but I've just
It's
never got around to it. It's
hilarious.
lost.
bro, it's actually hilarious to
It's-
a point.
yeah.
Like, the reason why it's a hot take is because people say South Park should not be a show because it's so racist, so homophobic. It pushes the boundaries.
It's
but
anti-Semitic and stuff like
it's
that.
anti-Semitic.
Okay,
here's
but
the
like,
thing. To be an actually funny show, jokes have to hit somebody. Jokes
no,
have to-
They have a target audience.
Wait a second. We all know that the creators of South Park are Jews, right?
Yeah.
That's why there's so many Jewish
jokes.
jokes, because who are they gonna offend, themselves?
Exactly.
You can't be racist towards yourself.
But they do push it. Well, they do black jokes too. One. I'll give you two that I remember off the top of
Oh,
my
the
head.
blackface one? I think there was a blackface one.
I
Wasn't
don't even
there?
know that. There was Token. Token
Oh,
him of itself, the
yeah.
name is a black joke.
Yeah.
Because he's the token black friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
Second one has to do with the game. During the game, there's a difficulty slider. The difficulty slider goes from white to black.
But you know Token's name's not even Token, it's Tolkien.
Token, yeah.
They
But
meant-
they say token just because he's a token black friend.
yeah.
You sound like you look like you're really thinking about
I'm
it.
thinking about it.
The second one, my second point?
No, I'm just thinking about like the quotes. I feel like as a white person, I like the previous. The first one isn't that bad. The Token one.
Token
Like,
black friend,
not
that's not
really that
but
bad.
It's just like it's just satire,
It's a
but like
race
at the
show.
same
Like-
time, it's like South Park is peak entertainment.
It's peak entertainment
Like,
because
you
it
will
pushes,
not
Did I watch
get-
it pushes the boundaries.
Is it that
You
good?
will not get any movies like White Chicks anymore.
Bro, White Chicks was
That's
peak.
true.
It was
White
peak.
Chick. That was a good movie.
Like I feel like now, like this generation, like I get like we're advocating for a lot of stuff which should be advocated for, but sometimes like you need to sit there and be able to take a joke.
No, for real.
But we're not in that era anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It was like a super bad era.
Exactly.
Like that movie
believe
defined that
in,
era.
Like advocating for people's rights and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need to be able to sit there and like laugh and make a joke about it.
Wait,
Yeah.
one of my hot takes was that being friends with problematic people is sometimes like more fun than being friends with people
Oh,
that
definitely.
aren't problematic.
definitely.
Oh my god.
Because like if you're censoring yourself like the whole time, then like
Protecting your peace is not always the best
Yeah.
option. Sometimes you have to live life on the wild side.
I think you need to pick your friends accordingly. Like if you sit there and be like, I can't stand this person because they do this, then don't be friends with them. You need
Yeah,
to
fair.
be able to be compatible with your friends. You know, like
that was a really mature way to say that. Actually,
yeah.
it's really good.
So also going off of that, if you're in a relationship with someone you have nothing in common with, it's not gonna work out. I mean, no,
Is that even a hot take?
that's not, and not even just that.
That's like the
but
truth.
here's the opposite too. If you have everything in common with that person, it might not work out either.
Fair, because they don't challenge you.
Yeah.
They don't challenge you. They don't.
There's like
they don't.
no
uh,
like it's like it's like talking to a mirror, low key.
Exactly. You
But
want.
damn,
you
I would
want
love
someone,
a mirror.
Oh my god.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like what's it called? You want somebody who's not like too compatible, but you don't want somebody who's not compatible at all.
Exactly.
Because eventually, you do become the same person.
Yeah, but if imagine that your other person has different interests, different hobbies, but you guys still connect on some level. They can teach you about their interests. They can teach you
Yeah.
about their hobbies.
I agree
you get to
with
learn,
that.
You get to learn
But I think,
learn
like,
about them.
Eventually, you get to the point where like you two like are the same person. So it's like
You hang out with your best
Which
friend for
is
so long.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're-
So you
you're
can't
back-
really
You
say
are
that-
who you hang out with.
So you can't really say that about like you can't like date somebody who's like just like you, like hobbies wise and stuff like that.
I'm talking like straight from the beginning. Straight from the beginning is kind of crazy. But if you guys become the same person,
You gotta just agree on some like main things.
Yeah.
Because some people be dating like racists. Like I've seen it.
Oh my God.
We've all seen it happen.
Oh my God.
We've all seen it happen. Like, what are y'all? Come on.
bro,
Come on.
when this one person told me like, oh, I dated a racist, I still like them, but then it didn't work out. I went back.
I wonder
though.
why.
I went back though. What do you mean you went back to a
What?
racist?
Knowing that he was a racist
Hot
is
take.
crazy.
Getting back with your ex never works.
We've been on this topic for 3 episodes already. I'm not doing it again, bro. I'm
What do
not
you
doing
think?
it again.
Um,
Yo, what do you think?
about what? Like getting back.
Getting
with
back with an ex of any sorts, be it ex relationship, be it ex situationship.
Relax. Don't need to air out my business on the podcast. Personally,
This is just
I
what we
haven't
do
had
here.
a boyfriend, so
Neither have I. Neither have I. Oh, well, girlfriend. My fault. Girlfriend. Guys,
Okay,
I'm
but like
crying.
my thing is that what's it called? I think you can get back with an ex.
Oh, so you can get back with an ex.
But it depends. Like I'm not sitting like if you were dating like the most toxic man ever and you knew they were toxic, don't get back with them. But it's like some people
But I love
I
them.
believe this is a
But
hot
Daddy,
take.
I love him.
But I love
Actually, I do have a hot take. There is such a thing as right person, wrong time.
Okay, but when is the right time? There's never a right
Eventually,
time.
there will be a right time. Like that's why I think
That's what we
getting,
tell
That's
ourselves.
why I think getting back with an ex is okay because of the fact that like maybe like that time wasn't right for you, but eventually like give it like a year or a few months, like then you can go back into something. Like certain circumstances just prevented you to be with that person at that time. That's my take.
I can't disagree because I've seen
Exactly.
so many videos of two people like they get together at one point. They're like high school sweethearts. It doesn't work out. One person moves across the world, goes lives away for 5
Yeah.
years, comes back, and they end up together.
Okay, but that's like an extreme situation.
No, but it's happened
That's
way
like-
too many
No,
times.
I
get
know.
that.
I have families that have done that. Like I know family members that have done that.
I'm so done with you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm
Miss
so
Bolden.
done.
Oh. Why are we calling that ethnicity?
Did you say this? I actually did not hear what you said.
I said it's Poland.
Why do you hate that I'm Polish?
I don't. Guys,
I
In a
love Polish
spring,
people.
And I'm like, oh my god, it's my people, and he just side-eyed me so hard. Do you hate Polish people?
Are you racist?
hot take.
No, I'm kidding.
Hot take. Black people can't be racist. I'm
No.
playing. I'm lying. I'm straight lying, guys.
No,
I swear to
everybody
God.
can
He does
be
not believe a word of
racist.
that.
I don't believe a word of that. I swear to God, I'm straight
Everybody
lying.
can be racist.
Everybody can be racist. And then the people that say, well, how can he be racist if I'm racist to every race? If I'm mean to every race, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
You're lying to yourself.
You say that.
I said that.
You said that like half an hour ago.
Exactly. Yeah. So, guys, how's the weather today? No.
Okay, wait. This is one of my hot takes. We talked about this. I don't understand how people don't like coffee.
You know,
I will not elaborate.
Maybe,
We're gonna start
maybe it's not like a
this.
taste. Maybe it's more like the feeling. Maybe
No,
they don't
it's
like
not
Like the
even-
caffeine?
yeah, like how they feel.
Having energy drinks too. I drink energy drinks. I just don't like chocolate.
I don't like energy drinks.
You don't like coffee?
I don't like coffee.
How are
You've never
you from
seen
Long Island and not like coffee?
You've never seen me drink coffee.
No, I know I have never seen you like drink coffee. You also don't eat chocolate either.
And I don't, because I don't like chocolate.
Do you just not like sweets? Like, is that what it
What the
is?
fuck
But
is that
coffee
about?
doesn't have
I
to be
love-
sweet.
I love sweets. I drink what's it called? A strawberry dragon fruit lemonade and that has high sugar. It has a high
So
amount of
maybe
sugar.
you just don't.
Is it the
like-
aftertaste?
Don't like coffee. I don't like the current or aftertaste.
Maybe you don't. You know, honestly, like it depends on the place too.
I don't even like iced tea. I don't like iced tea either.
Cut the cameras.
Cut the
He doesn't drink
you need
anything.
that? Oh, you need that? What do you mean cut the cameras? Oh, you need that?
I think like what's it called? I'm the type of person that I love coffee. I will drink coffee black, honestly. Like I'm a coffee enthusiast, as one would say. But like I think it does like really depend on like where the beans are coming from and stuff like that. So maybe you just don't like certain places cuz I can tell you I
Yeah.
don't like what is it? Starbucks coffee? I don't
Starbucks
like,
coffee is very bad.
I don't like Starbucks coffee.
Like Dunkin' coffee is also bad, but in my opinion,
like,
it's better.
I like Dunkin' coffee a little bit better than Starbucks coffee. But
It's bad, but it's better.
yes.
I just rather not drink coffee. I personally I don't have stuff that are naturally addictive. Naturally addictive stuff.
You just said you drink energy drinks. Is that not?
It's
Also?
not addictive.
It's not.
But
Oh, I
it
didn't
has
know.
caffeine in it.
So it must be.
But
Yeah.
I'm talking about addiction. Like people have a coffee addiction.
That is me. If I don't drink at
It's
least one
caffeine
cup a day,
addiction.
I
It's
can't
not a
make it through my
caffeine
day.
addiction. If
Yes,
it was a
it
caffeine
is.
addiction, I'd be addicted to energy drinks. I'm not.
How often do you
No.
have them?
Energy drinks once every week.
But caffeine
Okay, I'll give it
is
to you.
the addictive in energy drinks.
Yeah.
Huh?
Caffeine isn't addictive in
But it's-
in
it's
All right, but
hard to
why
get
is it more
addicted to
addictive
caffeine.
why is it more addictive in coffee than it is in
Because
energy drinks?
people usually use coffee as a wake me up. Like I drink it once a day to
Yeah.
wake me up.
Why not energy drink.
Because I don't like it because it's fake.
Because it's not good
Yeah,
for you.
like, coffee's way
it's
better for
Coffee's
you.
a lot. There have been so many studies about coffee is a lot worse. There have been studies where coffee
Like, actually cut the cameras
coffee-
now.
Chat, you see this right now? You hearing this right
Unreal.
Yeah. Bro, literally do the research. There have been studies where studies say that drinking coffee every day leads to an increased heart attack.
And drinking energy drinks doesn't.
now?
People don't drink
Literally.
energy drinks every day.
I know people that drink energy drinks
Yeah,
every
2 a day.
There
Yeah.
are people that drink more coffees than that. This is turned into a coffee versus energy.
No,
drink.
I
at
think it's
some point I was
because
drinking,
think
like, 2,
coffee
3 a
also
day, I
has an
can't lie.
aesthetic with it.
There was a part of my life where I was drinking like 2, 3 a day.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Coffee is more
But I think
accessible.
coffee's also
But I just, it's
coffee
awesome.
is also like an aesthetic. Like how matcha
Yeah.
is an aesthetic now too.
It's like every morning I'll like go and like I'll get coffee with like
Yeah.
a friend or something. It's like a little bonding activity. It's like
Exactly.
social activity.
I don't
Energy
drink
drinks
coffee.
aren't.
I never drink. I tried it. No, I
you
definitely
are a
tried
boy. No one's asking you out to coffee dates.
Male loneliness epidemic.
it. See, this is you are the reason why I am lonely.
Oh my god! Don't be dramatic.
I feel bad now.
Yeah, you should feel bad.
Well,
Should we go get coffee?
Hell no!
I'll put chocolate in it.
You was a dog,
he
bro.
doesn't want a mocha.
What if I was a dog? What if I was? A
What
dog?
if I was suicidal?
What? What did you say? No, say it one time. It's all, I can look back on the recording.
No, it wasn't. It was just like there's like my intrusive thoughts went over.
Oh. Anyways,
Wrong audience.
hot
Wrong
take.
audience.
Hot take. Hot take.
I left.
Hot take.
Thank you.
Can I talk about my hot take?
Okay,
fuck?
talk.
Can you go?
Wait, I thought you already went.
You literally talking about coffee. You know what? You know what? Screw this podcast, bro.
No, Ian, come back.
Maya's gonna
Oh
go
my
to our
God.
intellect podcast from now on.
But yeah, it was really cool. We actually talked a lot about like serial killers and
advertising
we
the
talked
other
about school
podcast.
shootings and you guys should really tune in if you want to see a different side of me.
Stop
this.
advertising the other podcast. That's rude.
You have not seen an episode of this podcast. I will not be hearing it.
Oh my god, she clocked you. She clocked you, bro.
I have not.
Anyways,
I will be watching my episode though.
Are you gonna go?
it's her turn. She's on
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We were waiting for you.
Hot take. Elmo having beef with The Rock is so real.
Real, even though I had to be caught up on it.
I'm gonna
yeah.
just for the
I
sake of
showed her
argument.
TikTok.
Just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna disagree
Oh
because
my god.
Elmo, come on, bro. You are a fictional character yourself. You're a fictional character yourself.
What if he didn't know that?
He's a puppet.
You're a puppet. You have a hand up your ass. I think you'll figure it out. I think you'll figure it out at some point. No, but like,
I feel like his crash outs about like Rocco being a rock is like so real. Like there are some things you
It's-
just crash out about. You don't know why you're crashing out about it, and like it was so
no,
valid.
but this is over days. This is Abby did not bring that rock one time. Abby did not bring that rock one time. And you're telling me you're crashing out a rock and you're talking to a pet fish that cannot talk
But
back.
a pet fish
it's
is
alive.
a pet. It's real.
That does not talk back.
He was just a little jealous of
Yeah,
Rocco
and
the
it
Rock.
shows. And it shows.
But
My
Rocco
boy
is just a rock, okay?
We've all been
Rocco
Elmo
is
at
more
some
than a rock
point.
to Abby. It's a friend.
Oh god.
Abby's advocate.
Abby's the girl who brings Rocco around.
Yeah, I'm an
Oh yeah,
advocate. I'm an
I said
advocate.
he's her advocate.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Let Rocco live.
Or not,
No.
because he's a rock.
Yo, I'm gonna get my girl Abby to come on to come on here.
We're
knows
inviting
Abby.
Abby to the podcast.
Abby, if you're listening.
if you have time, Abby, if you have time, please join us on the podcast.
And please
I'd
bring
love to have
Rocco.
you and Rocco.
Not
And
Elmo.
Not Elmo. We don't need
No, we
his sorry
should.
ass.
We should bring Elmo too. Then start beef on the podcast. Get the views up.
Ooh,
Oh my
Have a
God.
whole fight. Yo, who you
yeah,
doing winning a fight? Elmo or Rocco? I'm putting my money on Rocco. I'm putting my money on Rocco.
Rocco is just a rock.
That'll rock his shit. Got the cameras.
cameras.
Got the cameras. Anyways, I want to go to my turn because my turn is super funny.
He's kicking his feet right now. I repeat.
Why are you looking at my toes?
For viewers who listened to the last episode, we did talk about that.
Oh my god,
We
I forgot
did.
about the toes. I forgot about the toes. Oh my god. 'Cause
You would know
for
if you
guys,
listened.
For you guys, you guys don't know this. You guys don't know this about us. But when we record episodes, we record them like weeks in advance. We record them weeks in advance, and then we take the time to edit them.
Because God forbid we get canceled.
Because God forbid we get canceled.
Be the worst
so
thing.
the last episode you heard was last week for you. That was 3 weeks ago for us.
Yeah, that was a while back.
That was quite literally 3 weeks ago for us. But yeah. So
That's the memorable parts.
yeah.
Anyways,
The next hot take that I wanna bring up is a bit more serious.
Oh.
It is not wanting to talk to somebody because of their vibe is totally valid.
valid.
What was the question?
God, just say you hate me. Just say
No,
you
it
hate
didn't
me.
register. I'm sorry.
God. Just say you hate me. Not wanting to talk to somebody because of their vibe is totally
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bro, there would be people like, why would you drop them even before getting to know them? They were weird to me. They were odd.
Exactly.
And
That's valid.
part of it, most of the time, bro, I'm right. Most of the time, I'm right.
Exactly.
Like it's
It's intuition.
it's intuition.
Mm-hmm.
It's your gut feeling.
Exactly. You should never not trust your gut feeling.
Exactly. Oh my god.
hard
and
to.
A lot of the
Exactly.
time,
It's
hard to.
I have been right. I just gotta say it. A lot.
I
of times
always
I'm right.
trust my gut feeling. If I don't like you, there's a reason why.
There's a reason that you don't know yet.
Yeah.
But here's on the opposite coin. You were friends with them at one point, ending that friendship over something that could have been talked about. It's crazy.
Okay, but hear me out. Sometimes I feel like the little things add up.
Little things do
And at
add
that
up.
point, you're
What if
just,
what
you're
if
like,
those little things are just misunderstandings?
okay, but sometimes I feel like it's not.
But,
like,
like,
you
if
know
you-
if it's a misunderstanding or
But
not.
the thing is
What
that
if you
you
don't
should
talk
be
about it?
friends with people who you can communicate with. If you are having a problem with somebody like that and you can't communicate with them, that's also a problem, like your friendship.
I live by this rule. It's like, if I care about like our relationship, friendship, whatever, at any terms, I will make sure when I'm upset to talk to you and to
Exactly.
communicate. But if I don't care, I don't owe you an explanation. Bye.
Exactly. That means you
Sorry.
don't care about the person that much to like try to fight or communicate.
Then it's done.
Then why are you so against ghosting? That's so wait. I just clocked her. I clocked her
You
so
gotta
hard.
clock me.
I clocked her so hard
Because
because if you don't care about, you don't even know the person. You barely even know the person. That's why I give the courtesy of, if we go on a first date, I owe you an explanation no matter what. I owe you an explanation no matter what. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that on me.
If somebody's really weird, like remember my Kiwi story?
Yeah.
That was a ghost. Like I was done because he was really fucking weird. But if somebody's like, you'll have to listen.
You'll have to listen to the podcast. So I
Oh
said,
God. Okay.
Or I'll just tell you after. But anyways, like literally. But if somebody was like just not the right vibe, but it was like fine, like there wasn't a problem with it. Like I feel like I owe you at least like a, hey, this just isn't
Yeah.
gonna be that. Just out of respect.
Yeah. Exactly.
But are you doing that? Are you doing that like 2 days into talking, or is that after like a certain point? Because for me, it's
know.
after a certain point, then I owe you an explanation. If it's 2 days into talking, I don't owe you shit.
No, 2 days you don't owe anybody shit.
yeah, you don't.
So I can ghost you if I wanted to.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
But if when I'm on first date, or you're 2 weeks into talking, no first date, then I owe you something. I owe you something.
I agree with that.
I agree.
All right. So that's settled. That's
Damn.
settled.
Oh, hot take, people are allowed to change their minds.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to change your mind, but up to a certain point.
Like not
some-
mid fight.
Not mid.
Actually, I'm on
mid-fight.
your side.
Like, imagine you're in a debate, bro. Imagine you're in a debate, and mid debate you realize the other team was right.
We're gonna do that episode though, the debates.
Oh my god, we got.
That's gonna be so fun.
Oh my god. So what's it called? We were brainstorming ideas. Hot takes was one of them. There was, what's it called? The one you wanted to do before. The one you were just talking. Hear me out.
Outs.
Hear me out was another, and we had a third, which was controversial topics. That's gonna
Yeah.
be one of the.
It's gonna be a
But
fun
like
one.
controversial topics are kind of hot takes, are they not?
They're hot takes.
We're just gonna take a different side.
Okay.
But we're gonna pick sides in
It works because we've never agreed once in our lives.
Anyways, But yeah, don't up to a certain point. Don't change your mind on a topic. Don't change your mind on a topic. But if it's little like, oh, you were younger, so you never liked this one show, but then you grew up and you tried the
Yeah.
show. You can change your
You
mind.
can change your mind.
Because
for
I
sure.
hate when people are like, well, you used to not like this. Well, I've changed.
Yeah.
Well,
people
So
change.
ever changing.
I think people like actually genuinely forget that eventually people change. Like I am not the same person I was like a year ago. And like if you say that you were friends with me a year ago and you're not friends with me anymore, then you don't know me.
There was
A
this one
lot's
girl.
changed.
There was
Period.
this one girl that I saw who posted to her story. She said, "I'm a mosaic of all the people I've ever met." You change,
Yeah.
you change,
Exactly.
you changed, and you grew into a collage of people you've ever met.
Exactly.
Like you find yourself sometimes doing something. You're like, oh, my
Also
friend
that
from
one
when I
person.
was like 12. Like
Did
this
that.
this is why I'm like
and
this.
I honestly think that's beautiful.
It's
It
amazing.
is restoring faith in humanity.
Right?
Anyways,
My hot take. This is a serious one.
ooh.
Don't talk to new people if you're not over your ex.
Oh,
You're
my
right.
God,
Yeah.
like this.
Right.
This is one topic we've constantly been debating about. Her and I have constantly been debating about it. Do you go back to your ex? Do you not go back to your ex? She says don't go back to your ex. I say you could go back to your ex. Just finish the story. Either
Yeah.
get your
Or
closure of
it
some
depends
sort.
on the circumstance. Again.
What? But I feel like if it ended for a reason. Like there's no need. Like we don't need closure. We're all lying to ourselves that we need closure. We don't get
No,
closure
I
in
need
this life.
closure.
No, you need closure.
You will never have the closure you want.
But then
But no,
that's
I'm-
a problem too, because then that's why people can't get over their exes though.
Because they never get their closure.
Because they
But
keep
you-
I'm
on
not- I'm not-
thinking of what if I did get the closure and what if I didn't get the closure? Like what change would that make? And they linger on it, and that's why they can't get over it.
I'm not saying that closure has to be from another person, but you have to take the time yourself, have that sit down with yourself, look in the mirror, or go on that walk and realize what this person did to you was not right. Get that closure for yourself. Get that closure within
No,
yourself.
but I agree. Like closure comes from within. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
You
not
don't
s-
get closure from
But
other
also the
people.
other
That's a
person,
last resort.
you also need to like tell the person like what you did was wrong. Like like you need to be like they need to be aware that they shouldn't have done what they've done. Or like just like anything that you felt wrong about the relationship or like anything in general, like you should be able to tell the other person like this is what you did, this is why we're not working out, and this is closure.
Fair point. As somebody who has done that, yes, like if it feels good to do, but it's
Yeah.
not changing anything, and it's
I
not
think
making
it
the other
does.
person realize anything
Because
more.
you get the comfort of saying that to the person. Because like if you don't, then you're like, well,
What
they
if?
never know. Yeah.
What if
What
I
if they
told
knew?
them?
What if they?
but you
what-
can't
they
live your
could've
life through what
changed.
ifs.
I'm not saying live life on your. I'm not saying live life on your. It's like you said, closure comes within. That's like a last resort, realizing that they'll never actually give you the closure you deserve. That's why I'm saying last resort. But I'm saying it would be so much easier to forgive and forget if you had that last conversation with them.
Exactly, because it gives you the ability to move on, knowing that was the last conversation.
I mean, fair point, but I still stand by
But
what
I
I
think
said about the
this
closure.
this is where it goes in. I think there's a very big difference between men and women. Women will be able to move on way better than men will be able to move on.
I
And
disagree.
I
I
think
fully
men
disagree.
Really?
men need the closure more than women do. Because
Fully disagree.
I
women
disagree.
can move on.
Women cannot move on.
You think so?
I honestly feel like women need closure.
Inherently, women are more emotional beings. You can't sit here and tell me they're not. You're more emotional. You feel a lot deeper than men do.
Yeah, but women also are able to talk to other women. Like men can't talk to other men
are.
about stuff.
But
like
also,
that.
men don't feel things as deeply as you guys do.
I think so.
I could take a hit and keep it pushing. So you guys have to go to your homegirls to talk about it, to talk about the issue, to minimize the damage. So what if a girl's not able to talk to her homegirls? What if she has no homegirls
But
to
then
talk to?
eventually like, you heal. But that's also
It takes a
another
while.
thing.
It takes a
Women
longer time than-
heal.
than
like they
guys.
try to heal. Men don't. They just jump to the next girl. Yes. Don't say that they don't.
I'm not gonna say they don't. But I'm not saying it's
But
all
women
men.
take the
I'm not
time to
saying
at
it's all
least heal and try to move on. Men don't do that. Maya.
I mean, okay.
But maybe that's their way of healing, though.
That's
like-
not healing.
It's
That's not getting over your ex. Because then you
do-
find then that's when you try to like look for your ex and other people.
Okay, but I gotta say, women do that. I know plenty of girls who go for rebounds.
You're
That
acting
is fair.
like
That is-
rebounds
he
are
has a point
purely
there.
a guy thing.
Yeah, that's also true.
That there's a point there, but I mean,
In the end, women are more emotional beings. You're gonna feel things a lot deeper than we do. You're gonna get stuck up on things a lot.
yeah, but there's men that are like hung up on women for like
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
All right,
She has a point.
that's probably because they were literally their everything. Imagine a guy.
Then go back to your wife, bro.
Go back to your wife.
Go
I
get her.
agree. I agree. But if we're not talking about your first love, your first kiss, your first body, your first everything, guys are not going to be. I don't think a lot of guys can be stuck up on that one person.
I agree with you, and it's
Yeah.
sad. It's
It
a little
is.
sad.
But girls can be.
Men should be more emotional
Men should be. I'm not
Definitely.
disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that.
because it makes me sad to hear
Men
this.
should be more emotional, but we're not. So gotta keep it pushing. But yeah, if you guys want to give like your last hot takes, I'm gonna give mine. Mine is at the end of the day, it was always the damn phone. At the end of the day,
Mom was right.
Mom, your parents were right. Your parents were right. It was always the damn phone. I'm just gonna say that and move on to you.
There's nothing to add to that. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
There's nothing really to add.
I
on
will
to that.
thank my parents every day for not making me an iPad baby.
Literally.
Yeah, that was my hot take. It was always the damn phone.
Do you have one? Because I'm still looking for mine.
Hold on.
I can just keep
Oh,
going.
since most of the people watching are like college students, I have one. Professors shouldn't act the way that they act as if we don't pay to go to college.
Oh my god.
You're
We have
working
to
for
bring
me.
back- We have to bring back like the high school accountability. High
Yes.
school teacher accountability. Because like in high school, teachers were held accountable if their kids were not at a benchmark.
Yeah.
We should
Wait,
bring that
but
back.
we do
but
that
you-
too.
Huh?
We do that too.
Not enough.
Not really.
You have a professor with a 1.0 rate by professor rating.
And they're still like,
And
But they're
still
like,
teaching.
I feel like if there's a certain amount of people that like pass fail a class or get low scores, like they get in trouble for it. Like
They
there's not.
do, obviously.
but not as
that-
much
but-
as like a high school teacher would.
Well, that depends if the professor's tenured or not.
yeah, that's
Because you
That's-
can't fire him if he's tenured.
But like teachers can also be tenured.
Teacher, yeah. Teachers,
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yes.
teachers could be tenured.
Teachers can be
I didn't
tenured.
even know that.
But they're still held accountable. Like they still
Exactly.
try, they still
Oh.
give their students the best. Why aren't college teachers, college professors doing the same?
Exactly.
You're
Like we were forced
Fair.
to go to high school.
we're forced to go. We're not forced to go to college.
Like we're paying to go there. Like me, when I was in the hospital, I missed like midterms, right? And I had proof and everything that I was in the hospital, and I provided the proof. My math professor didn't let me retake my math midterm.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I had proof. Like me having proof is not me being lazy or trying to take advantage of the system and trying to take a makeup test, you know, because I wasn't prepared for the
You
test.
should have gone to somebody about that.
I couldn't because it was a department rule. Like that's so stupid,
It is. It is.
That's actually not fair.
right?
What ended up happening? Like,
My final just ended up being worth more.
okay.
Like it was like it went from like 25% to 30%.
Yikes. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Exactly.
But yeah. Dang.
Damn.
Professors should be held more accountable.
Professors should be held more accountable.
Which kind of goes into my next point. Teachers should get paid more.
Fair.
Definitely.
Not gonna argue with you on
Teachers
that one.
make careers. Like you can't sit there and tell me that like a doctor should get paid more than a teacher. Like who taught the doctor stuff? The teacher.
I mean, maybe the doctor should get paid a little bit more than the
Just
teacher.
a little
I can't
bit
lie.
more, but like why are
What's
teachers
more,
like
we should put jobs in more like what's more necessary for life.
But see, we can't do that because
No,
there's
you
so many
can't.
jobs that are necessary for life that you don't even think about.
exactly?
But you're telling me a sanitation worker should be making more than a teacher?
No, but a sanitation worker is incredibly important.
Yeah.
It's important, but what's more imperative, a teacher or a sanitation worker?
They're both important.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you had to put one over the other,
I'm not putting one over
Yeah,
the other
exactly, yeah.
because that's classism.
I don't know, because I feel like the teacher taught the kid basic knowledge. They taught them how to read, write, understand English composition. You teach them everything, and some not to be classist, but a sanitation worker, all you have to do is take garbage and put it into the truck.
But somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it, but does it? I'm not saying lower the sanitation workers' wage. I'm saying
I think we should up teachers' wages.
We should up teachers'
wage. So it looks like they're valued more. Value your teachers more.
Because they are
Chronically
so
underpaid
important,
profession.
and everyone I guess forgets that. How do you forget that teachers do so much? Not even just teachers, professors too.
They don't get budgets for anything. Even their classrooms, they got to do out of pocket.
Yeah.
It's sick.
In elementary school, when our teachers used to decorate our rooms,
Mm-hmm.
that came from their own pockets.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they can't make livable wages. They have to take a second job.
And it's not an easy job.
Exactly.
It's a
you're,
tough damn job.
you're shaping minds.
Being a teacher, also, you have the shaping minds is one, and sometimes you're a rock for these kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are someone
You're an emotional support system.
Emotional support. You're someone they come to when sometimes home life isn't as good.
Exactly.
And I feel like everybody has a teacher that even you remember from high school or whatever that shaped you.
The Miss Honey trend.
Yeah,
it's the teacher that
really impacted your life.
That believed in you.
We have that teacher.
Yeah, I have that teacher too.
Ours is the same.
Ours is the same teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to them. They know who they are.
They would
shout
never
out my
listen to the
name.
podcast. They would
listen to the
never.
podcast. But I do want to shout out my assistant principal. Should I say the name?
No.
No? All right. My assistant principal, who I used to go to even after school ended, even after I graduated, I still visit them. I want to come visit you again, but I haven't found the right time. You were one of my rocks. You were one of my rocks, and I will forever be grateful.
Aw.
But yeah.
Okay. Let me do a silly, but this is only gonna work. If you guys have seen Friends?
Yeah.
I love Friends.
Okay. This is my hot take. Rachel and Joey should have ended up together.
100%.
Oh my God.
100%. I hated Ross and Rachel. Not hate's a really strong
And
word, but
they weren't on a break. We're talking about that.
I don't remember that
Do you
part.
remember the
yeah.
whole argument?
I'm trying to think how I felt about that.
I feel like Joey and Phoebe would have been.
They weren't on a break. Yes, correct.
Joey and Phoebe
No,
would have
they
been
had no.
they matched
Thank
each
you.
other's freaks.
They didn't have any chemistry at all.
They matched each other's freaks.
Who?
Joey and
Joey and
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Joey and Phoebe, yeah, for sure.
What?
They
matched
Phoebe
each other's
and
freaks.
Ross
they
way
would've
better.
Been, they would have been.
Phoebe and Ross, yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
let me-
No.
only because of that binding.
Oh, the bike moment.
The bike
what's it
moment.
called? Bike moment.
When Ross
Oh.
bought Phoebe a bike because
And-
she never
and-
had
I
a
forgot
bike.
about that.
And when Phoebe mugged Ross.
Oh yeah.
They
I
were also
forgot
together in the
about that.
flashback. There was a flashback scene.
Oh yeah, and they almost
paired them
got
off.
together.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, the what if episode.
Yeah. Rachel and Joey.
Rachel and
That's
Joey
my hot
should have
take.
ended up together. Joey never really showed anybody interest the way that he showed Rachel and slash
100%.
Phoebe, basically.
I don't see the Phoebe thing.
I do.
That was so platonic to me.
No.
Maybe it's platonic, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
matched
they've
each other.
kissed, yeah. I mean, fair point. They match each other's freaks.
No, but then also the thing was Phoebe was very in touch with her spirituality side, and she would always say
Because of her past, bro, she went through it.
She was traumatized.
no, I know, but the thing was that she also always told Joey oh, we're gonna end up together eventually, and then she did.
No.
It, there was this one skit. She was oh yeah, we're gonna get together, but not right now. I'm gonna marry Chandler for Chandler's money, and you're gonna marry
I remember
Rachel
this.
because you're gonna have all the good you're gonna have the great kid genes, and then something happens to Chandler and something happens to Rachel, and then we have Chandler's money, and we also have yours and Rachel's kids.
Man.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of hot take. Phoebe let him on. I said what I said.
Anyways, I want to end it with
On that
with
note.
the most prevalent hot take
gosh.
that's been since we were kids. Orange juice over apple juice, guys. All day, every day. All
Orange
day.
juice over apple? No.
I need to think about this.
I hate pulp.
You can get it without
You're
pulp.
pulp free.
Move
No,
on. Move on,
no.
woman.
Tell me why I always buy it without
No,
pulp
it's
and there's
orange
still
juice.
pulp in it.
Okay, we
Drain
need
it
to put you
again.
on to better orange juice.
Yeah, I don't know what Tropicana is. It,
I drink that one, bro.
Pulp free?
Yes, and I still find pulp.
We gotta contact Tropicana.
Yeah, I know.
Like you should be
Tropicana,
able
if
to
you're
sue.
listening.
You should be able to sue because it says no pulp and you see a
Yeah,
pulp.
it's
I
not
think
fair.
you should be able to
Literally,
sue.
I feel
Alright.
it.
I don't
But
know.
I love apple juice.
In the morning, you're fresh with bacon and eggs.
Yes, because when you're like freshly brushing your teeth, you don't want orange juice. That shit tastes gross. Right after you brush your teeth.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That was very specific.
Yeah. No. Totally. Yeah.
You don't think so?
I really rather.
I never thought
orange
about
juice.
that.
Okay, because this is what happened to me as a kid. I
Jesus, we're bringing
brushed
up
my
her
I brushed my
almost.
teeth, and then I went downstairs, and my mom made breakfast. So I sat there, drank my orange juice, and obviously it tasted gross because I brushed my teeth with mint toothpaste.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
You're right. No, I hate that. I hate that one. Aspect.
See, I don't get that because Polish people don't drink like orange juice or like any type of juice with their breakfast. Like
Oh,
we
so
have
When
like
do you guys drink your juice?
It's just weird.
just like at random times, like you don't like you drink hot tea or coffee. Like that's the only way to do it.
I see that.
We drink hot tea after like every meal.
No
Yeah,
wonder
but
she
not
came
as
to
a
my house to
kid.
want some. Where's my tea?
Yeah, guys, last time he wouldn't even make me tea. Like we had mugs. I mean, oh wait.
Oh
no!
no!
We have to
Got
cut
all the mugs. Oh, we'll do it
Oopsies.
next episode.
Should we edit
Yeah.
it in?
Yeah, just edit
Edit
all
it
floating
into the
mugs.
background?
No.
Well, where would we put them? That's why I didn't even like say anything. Cause like, where would we put the mugs?
Doesn't matter that much. I'm having fun talking on the podcast. You're on video, guys, or on video.
So funny this way.
Oh my god, it is.
Right.
Jesus. Anyways, so that was our Hot Takes podcast.
It was.
Once again, I was your host today, Ian. I'm joined by
Maya.
and our lovely guest.
Suhana.
And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
See you next week.
Anyways, so
Yay! Yeah, I did have fun.